boys and girls. We are still learning about main topic and key details today. We are also still learning about penguins. Today we're going to be reading a book called Penguins Close Up. And as we read, I want you to think about what we're going to put in our box. That's where our main topic goes. Remember, main topic is what is the whole book about. Not the little details, but the whole book. And then we're going to list 3 key details or facts that we found that support our topic. I hope that you enjoy learning more information about penguins. Penguins are birds. They cannot fly, but they are very good swimmers. There are 17 different kinds of penguins. Penguins are only found in the southern hemisphere. Some penguins live in Antarctica, which is the coldest place on Earth. Penguins often live in very large groups called colonies. Millions of birds can live in one colony. Boys and girls, take a look at all of the penguins on these 2 pages. That shows just how many penguins can live in one group together. Remember, the groups are called colonies. Wow, that's a lot of birds. Let's continue reading. Penguins have excellent eyesight. They can see clearly underwater as well as on land. Penguins can swim faster and dive deeper than any other bird. Their wings act as flippers, and their waterproof feathers keep their skin dry. A thick layer of fat keeps them warm in the cold water. Penguins are very well camouflaged when they are swimming. The dark feathers on their back make it hard to see them from above. From below, their white feathers blend into the sunshine, hiding them from predators underneath. Predators are those animals that are looking to eat penguins. And camouflage means that they blend in. Penguins find their chicks by listening for each baby's unique call. Penguins feed their babies by coughing up food from their stomachs. They pour the mixture into the chick's beak. Penguins have to protect their eggs and chicks from birds of prey, such as eagles and hawks. Penguins are hunted by leopard seals, sharks, and killer whales. Emperor penguins are the biggest of all the penguins. They can hold their breath for 20 minutes when they are diving. Remember, we learned about emperor penguins yesterday in our book about the march of the penguins. Emperor penguin chicks sit on their parents' feet for 50 days after they hatch. The ice is too cold for the baby penguins to stand on. Do you see the baby penguin? Fairy penguins, also called little blue penguins, are the smallest of all the penguins. They are only 13 inches tall. Magellanic penguins and fairy penguins dig holes called burrows. This is where they lay their eggs. Galapagos penguins live close to the equator. They lay their eggs in caves to protect them from the hot sun. They are the rarest of all penguins. Chinstrap penguins live on icebergs in winter. They get their name from the black band under their beaks. You guys see that black band? That's why they're called chinstrap penguins. Rockhopper penguins live in steep, rocky places. They hop from rock to get around. Look at that crazy hair. Rockhoppers are very loud and noisy. They are not scared of other animals and will attack anything that upsets them. Yellow-eyed penguins live in New Zealand. Like many penguins, they are an endangered species. That word endangered means that there's not very many of them left. And so we have to be very careful to protect them. The biggest threat to the survival of penguins comes from human activities, such as an oil spill or plastic litter. That's why it's so important that we recycle and we don't throw trash on the ground. It can end up in oceans where penguins are looking to survive. And at the end of the book, we find the glossary. And you guys know that a glossary has keywords from the book and tells us the definitions of those words. Okay, so let's think. What was this entire book about? Remember that I can always find clues by looking at the topic. And you know that many times as a first grader, whenever we are reading a book and we want to know the main topic, a lot of times we can look at the title and that's going to give it away. So our title again says Penguins Close Up. So we got a close-up view of penguins. This book also taught us about many different types of penguins, but I think you would agree that the entire book, the whole thing, was just about penguins. So that's what I'm going to write in my box. Everything in this book was about penguins. Now I'm going to find 3 key facts or details that support my topic. 3 things that show everything in this book was about penguins. Okay, so different facts that I found are that penguins are birds. I learned that they are very good swimmers and that there are 17 different types of penguins. I learned that they're only found in the southern hemisphere and that they live in cold places. They live in very large groups called colonies. So all of those details are really important to my topic about penguins. So I'm going to choose one of those and write them down. Okay, boys and girls, I have finished my graphic organizer. Notice that I put down that my entire book, my main topic is penguins. My first key detail is that penguins are birds. My second key detail is that they often live in large groups called colonies. And my third key detail or fact is that they are good swimmers. So that tells you a little bit about this nonfiction book about penguins. All right, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow.